Let's get into it, baby.
Ah, yeah, it's time to travel and bang, baby.
This is Travel and Bang. I am Marky Bravo, the mulatto, back again to discuss the dark arts of seduction and to better embrace the lifestyle by design. Let's get into this shit, motherfuckers. Okay, so first I want to give a shout out to Frank Tregressa out at AO Nutrition, also known as Anabolic Outlaws. I think they're located in Lakeland, Florida. He sent me some free products. Definitely thank you, Frank, for the Masterplex and the Aftermath PCT post cycle. Okay, so basically this is a pro hormone. It amps your testosterone and your growth hormone, but you have to eat clean, hydrate, and work out. Live a healthy lifestyle to see results. Don't get it twisted, all right? And this is for afterwards to make sure your testosterone levels, your testes kick in and take back over, okay? Awesome products. I've done on my, especially on all my military defense contracts overseas. I mean, if it wasn't for his products, like sometimes I just don't know how I would have kept my muscular tone and my energy levels up. There's nothing wrong with this. Don't let anybody ever lie to you and say that, oh, compare this to anabolic steroids or nothing. This is totally okay to try. They're safe, they're legal, you know what I mean? And I would suggest every man who wants to reach an alpha dog status or feeling level to try it out, okay? I'll leave the link below. Before we move forward, also I want to send a shout out to my very special friend. She's probably the most beautiful woman from the United Kingdom that I've ever had the ability to grace my eyes on. She's beautiful. I love her to death like a sister. I love her, love her, love her. Danny Divine, please show her some love. I'm gonna leave a link below. You can check her website out. She is the #1 supermodel within the gothic and metal community. If you don't know about her, now you know. You need to check her out, okay? So I'm gonna leave a link. I wanna show her love. I think she deserves way more praise, way more notoriety than she's getting. So please check that link out below. Okay, so let's move on to what we're gonna talk about. Okay, so I was talking to a very close, intimate friend of mine. She's actually out in Australia. Very close friend, I consider her best friend, Annalie, and we were doing a video call, chatting, and we're talking about something I really related to be true, a truth bomb, if you will. Talks about her dating, I talk about mine, we bounce, you know, whatever, you know, sometimes it gets flirtatious, whatever. But the main point is talking about the sphere of dating and how being universal will give you more options, because we talked about abundance versus scarcity, right? And we want to stay away from scarcity mindsets. We want to stay away from scarcity, period. Okay, we talked about within the world of quantum physics, energy, frequency, and vibration. That's an energy right there. Scarcity, it's an energy, versus abundance. That's an energy. So we want to stay away from scarcity and stay in abundance. How do we also embrace a lifestyle by design? Because when I told you, you got to design this shit. You're the architect, okay? You know what I mean? Well, you know, it's just like the Masonic, the Freemason symbol is a square and a compass. These are the main tools of an architect, designed to build. It's your life. Take control. So to stay in abundance, gentlemen, and even ladies, if you're watching, you have to check yourself about are you as universal as you can be? And there's only a certain level of being universal that you can be. Universal meaning accepting, open-minded. You know what I mean? It's also in society, in American society, went a little too extreme. You know what I mean? The woke culture going way extreme with it. You know what I mean? Where now it's kind of like, it's almost getting weird. You know what I mean? Awkwardly strange and out there. You know what I mean? But that's for a different video. But we do want to stay accepting and open-minded. For instance, Make an example. For many years, I was not into dating black women. I just wasn't. You know what I mean? And then I ran into, my many different dates, I ran into an exception to the rule. Ran into a very beautiful, sexy, very hot, very feminine black woman. And it rocked. We had some great, passionate, hot sex, right? So, but if I didn't, as I went down the road of life, taking that journey, I closed my mind. I wasn't as universal. I wasn't open-minded. I wasn't as accepting. Do you understand that? When you see some white women who only date white guys, they're like, no, I don't date nobody outside of being Chad or Brad or Billy, right? They're being limited. This is scarcity. This is not understanding the main rule. What's the main rule? The main rule is there's an exception to the rule, right? There's an exception to the rule. So even if that's your thing, if you say, I like vanilla ice cream, god damn it, vanilla ice cream's for me, right? Well, okay, you're into vanilla, but you have to at least, if you want to take your shit to another level, you at least want to say, there's an exception to the rule. I'm in the vanilla, but you know what I mean? There might be some vanilla with chocolate chips in it, or there might be some Rocky Road or sherbet that I haven't ran into yet that might rock my fucking socks off. You know what I mean? To be at least open-minded that exists. The exception to the rule will take your shit to another level. It will take you into a land of abundance. Trust me. Trust me, I'm reformed. I've been there. I've been that person, especially after, for those who know me real close, I was married. I was married to a girl. She was like me. She was biracial. You know what I mean? But she was more leaning. She looked more black. I would say she looked like a light complected black chick. She, where me, my soft textured hair, people, they can pick up real quick that I'm mixed. You know what I'm saying? But after that, I was like, I just didn't go there no more. I was like, white women, period. And then as time went by, I started diversifying my portfolio. That's what the word I wanted to use. Diversify your portfolio. You know what I mean? I used to be like, I don't fuck with Asian women. And then I traveled to some places in Asia, and I met some Lucy Lou's that rocked my socks off. Like literally had me like, oh yeah. You know what I mean? Looking all crazy at the point of climax. You know what I mean? But that's why I realized to diversify my portfolio. Here's another story. Many, many moons ago, I'm a defense contractor for the US government. I got sent to, I forgot the company, but it was in Vicenza, Italy, okay? That's northern part of Italy. I think they're known as the jewelry capital of Italy. They doused all their food in olive oil, that part of Italy, right? Just dripping olive oil on everything. Anyway, so I went there. I worked there half a year on Caserma Aderle. I think that is the 173rd Airborne Brigade. I think, don't beat me up for all the, hardcore commandos out there. Like, that's not the damn thing. What are you talking about? You know what I mean? But I was on Caserma Aderle. The company put me actually in a hotel room, an army hotel room. And I was like a nomad. I was like homeless basically, and then living out of a hotel room on base, and then working, going in. I was a logistics specialist at that point, so I'd go in, do the inventories, blah blah blah, and I met this really beautiful woman. On my off time, I'd go to the piazza meaning the marketplace out in Vicenza. I went to Piazza. I bumped into this beautiful woman, Lucia Zeta. And she just blew my world, man. You know what I mean? She wasn't like super, super duper hot or nothing, but she was a pretty Italian woman, and we had some beautiful fucking times. And I was never into Italian women. You understand? I was more into, back then, because I'm half German, I was more into German women. And we drank like shitloads of red wine, Cabernet Sauvignon, all sorts of different other Italian red wines. We get shit-faced, and we'd have the hottest hardcore pornographic sex ever. Like, you know what I mean? I mean, even with doing stuff in public, which that is a big no-no because you get caught doing that. You know what I mean? There might be some legal repercussions for that, but it was like, it showed me a brand new world. You know, it just opened my mind up. It made me see that I wasn't expecting that. And that's what I'm trying to tell you, that to be more universal accepting. I'm not telling you if you're heterosexual to try out some other stuff, you know what I mean? Because we're all locked in. I would say know thyself. You already know what you're locked into. So I'm not saying like, hey, if you're heterosexual, do some gay stuff. No. I'm not going to that extreme, okay? Neither would I tell someone on the other side of the fence to go over here. You already know who you are, but I'm saying on the aspect that you're heterosexual, you're the people I'm coaching, I'm talking to remain open-minded and to know there's an exception to the rule, and try really hard to diversify your portfolio, okay? Talking to Annaline, you know, she was talking about the same thing. She's running into a lot of men in Melbourne, Australia. They're just closed-minded, you know, and just locked into their view of the world. That also is a problem, you know what I mean? And sometimes there's nothing you can do about that, you know what I mean? And you are gonna have a lot of people that just are not open-minded. They're just so stuck. Social engineering has us, most of the world, so brain fucked that you think that you are into what you're into, but you're not really into it because you're into it. You're into it because of social engineering tells you to be into it. And what I'm saying is just to step back and to make sure that you're not into it. As a matter of fact, go to pornhub.com or go to YouPorn, that's my favorite, YouPorn.com, and watch a video of, say you're not into Asian, or you're not into black women, or you're not into a certain type of woman. Purposely seek it out and watch the video and try to arouse your senses, you know what I mean? Just to see, just to diversify your portfolio, to remain universal, to be accepting of, hey, you know what I mean? I think there is some hot women from India that can get the business. Get the business. I forgot the rapper of that song, but that was a good song back in the day. She can get the business. But anyway, so I think also what I want to add is this is what gets women punani drier than the Sahara Desert, okay? Drier than the Sahara Desert. Being overly serious. We live in a world of feast or famine, a world of war and just horrible things going on in this world. We already see what's going on right now, you know, in Europe and all this craziness. We're just getting over the corona pandemic. People are so serious. It's so grim that if you can come into a woman's life and to present some happiness, some humor, and not to be so damn fucking serious. I'm a serious guy. I'm half German, okay? That's a serious culture. There's not a lot of smiling going on in Germany. Don't let the videos fool you, right? You know what I mean? This is shitty gray fucking weather in that culture all year round. So I try hard to be more lighthearted, to be more joking, you know, and that's the main point, that it goes a long way in being sexy and cool and attractive, to at least put on the image in that point. Be an actor, display humor, laugh, don't take things so fucking serious. Okay, you taking notes, gentlemen? Take notes. This is real deal. This is basics. Like I told you, the basics that aren't mastered, and then you listen to some other dating coaches and they try to throw all this other stuff at you, and then you don't go nowhere. You don't get nowhere because you're not doing the basics. You're too busy being punishing yourself because they're telling you ain't shit, you know, that you're a beta male, and then you go along with, I'm a beta male. I can't get no pussy. Ah! You know what I'm saying? It's not that bad, man. But let's focus on what I just said in this video. Try to be more universal and more accepting. That doesn't mean you gotta start being with fat girls. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not saying going to the extreme, but I'm saying being more universal, more accepting. And know that there's an exception to the rule. Diversify your portfolio, okay? on the type of people, type of women that you would date, you ordinarily wouldn't date, right? And try to diversify the portfolio. And also try not to be so damn fucking serious, okay? Just try, you know what I mean? Life's a journey, not a destination. Take care of yourself, you know what I mean? That's also why I brought up the AO nutrition stuff. It's really it's not just a promo for them, but it's a promo for a good life. And if you're not fueling your body with the proper nutrients and vitamins and, you know, what it needs to kick the dopamines and the pleasure hormones, then, you know, nothing else is going to be, it's going to be a horrible ride. It's going to be a horrible ride. And, you know, we'll talk about in other videos that if you don't take care of yourself, your health, that everything else is going to be shit. You know, no matter how much money you make. So, okay, this has been Travel and Bang. I hope you have enjoyed this. Stay safe, people. Stay safe. Please leave some comments. Subscribe if you're feeling my material, and definitely make sure to check out the books I told you to check out. Alan Roger Curry, Razor Blade Romance. Don't sleep on it, people. Don't sleep on it. Check you out later. Stay safe, people. I love you. Ciao.